What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I was on Sim's Tropical Fish website last night and I ordered myself some fish. So that was last night I ordered these fish. I got a phone call this morning, 8 o'clock from a missus. Well, I think it was half 8 actually. Well, I can actually show you the WhatsApp message she sent me. It was, fish are here, 8:42 AM this morning, and I ordered these fish last night. So the fish are in the box just behind me now. I'm going to show you an unboxing video today, show you what fish I got from Sims. But anyway, before we do that, I just want to say I've come together with Sims, we're sort of collaborating together. We really want people to send unboxing videos of fish they have bought from Sims Tropical Fish. So getting the fish at the door, getting them near your tanks, showing what tank they're going in, obviously opening up the box, showing how well they're wrapped up, basically what fish you got, acclimating them, getting them used to your water before you put them in the tank, which is called acclimating, and then putting them in the tank. So if we can get quite a few people to send videos of themselves doing that, that'd be absolutely great. And they are actually giving away a £100 voucher to the best video. So if we can say, if we can get 20 or 30 people doing it, and I'm actually going to collab all the videos together. Sims is going to put it up on their YouTube channel, and I'm going to put it up on my YouTube channel as well. So it'd be really cool to see. It's going to be like maybe like a 60-second or a minute and a half video, just like showing what fish you got, like clips and stuff, you know. But be absolutely fantastic if you guys can do that. And even if you're ordering fish like in the next few days or the next week or so, just video it all, you know, what you're doing, what fish you're getting from Sims, putting them in the tank and stuff. I hope that makes sense, everyone. I've got some new fish in this box over here, and I'm really excited about these fish. I've never kept them before. I've kept a type of them, but not this actual type we've got. They are going to be going in this 4-foot tank today, but there are 2 certain fish in this tank which we can't keep them with right now because these fish are a lot smaller than them. So as you can see, we've got 2 not huge bass, but they're getting there, which completely need moving anyway. Look at the size of this guy at the back. I've been meaning to move him over, so this video is actually giving me the push to do it. Also, I was noticed on Sims last night they had some amazing peacock bass on there, so if anyone's after some more peacock bass, check it out. I actually did a video of me buying a fish from there. I think it was about 5-6 months ago. I actually got a silver, an albino silver arowana from them, just showing you the website, how to order it, and then to put the code in at the end, because you get 10% off if you use my code MixedFishUK at the end. It gives you 10% off your whole order. But yeah, let's unbox these fish, and I'll show you what I got. Also, before I show you the fish, unbox the fish, this is the text message you get from DX Express. I've actually got the first text message when we ordered the fish. Look, so it was April last time I ordered the fish. Your delivery will be from 9:18 to 11:18, so a 2-hour window. Same again, 8:32 to 10:32, and literally the fish turned up. I think was, what was it? My missus texted me. It was 8:42. The fish turned up today, so absolutely great. Bang on inside that window. So if you guys are busy with working from home, or you've got a job, and say if you're out like me, you're double glazing, you're doing it on a building site or whatever, and your missus is at home and she wants to go out somewhere, you've got a window you can tell her to be in, and the fish will turn up then. And honestly, they were early as well, which is good, so she could go out and do whatever she wanted to do today as well, so she didn't have the hump on me when I got in from work. But anyway guys, let's open up these fish and find out what I got. So this is how they come, obviously in a poly box like this. Like the last video when we opened it up, it's in a nice poly box, all fully secure, there's no leaks or anything. Look, sometimes you can check underneath for leaks, but no leaks whatsoever. Let's open the box up. I'm really excited about these fish, as I am with any fish really, but I've never kept these guys. And obviously when you're buying smaller fish, you search on the internet to see what they look like when they're adults and stuff. I'm sure you guys do it as well. So I was looking last night at these fish when they look fully grown, and there wasn't really much on Google, like just on Google search, of these fish fully grown. So it's going to be really nice to see how these progress in life. So there we go again, this is the poly lid. There's a heat pack there, which is still really warm as well, so that's keeping the fish nice and warm. Obviously it's summer at the moment, but these are vital in the winter, especially if it's like 4 o'clock now since I've got in from work, and they've been at my house since 8:30 this morning, or 8:42 or whatever this morning. But obviously I didn't want my missus to put them in the tank because I really want to unbox these fish myself. Now it's got newspaper all around them. just to keep it that little bit more insulated. And then it's got the silver wrap, which keeps the heat in. Sometimes you see on films and stuff, say if something's happened on a film, you see like people wrapped up in this stuff to keep them warm, don't you? So here we are. So wow, we do need to move those peacock bass because these little guys will be dinner. So there are 4 lemon Oscars in here. Like I said earlier, I've never kept lemon Oscars, so I don't know how well you can see the lemon Oscars in there. But obviously I'll film them in a minute once they go in this tank here. But you can see how well that was all wrapped up. So I'm going to plonk them in there for now, get the lid off this tank, get these massive fat bass out of this 4-foot tank. They're going in the 6-foot tank in the fish room with the blue base arowana. And then we can put the Oscars in this tank, which is going to be really nice to see, because obviously I sit on the sofa at night, play my PlayStation or whatever, and this is the tank I actually see every night. So it's going to be nice to see these lemon Oscars in here. And there was a photo I actually took a photo of last night. If you screenshotted it, this is what they look like when they're fully grown. I don't know whose photo this is, but check these guys out, man. Absolutely amazing. And if you after some of these lemon Oscars, they've got plenty left. Honestly, he had loads in there. The video he sent me before I bought these, he had absolutely loads left in there. So yeah, get yourself over to the website and get yourself some ordered. But anyway, let's stop going on. Let's get the big bass out of the tank, get these in there, get them nice and warm, and then we can put the fish in the tank. Now, while the camera's running, I thought I might as well show you me actually getting these bass out of the tank. Because honestly, if you've ever kept bass before, you know these are such powerful fish, and honestly, every time I feed these guys, the water just comes all the way down here. You know, they're proper predators, really fast. They've got that massive tail, which gives them a huge amount of power. So I'm going to go and get myself a huge bucket now from out there, a tube and a big net. So let's do it. So when catching fish, I always find it easier to take an array of nets in here. So I've got a really small one, obviously they're not going to go in that. I've got a big one and a medium sized one. So obviously the big bass is probably going to go in the big one, but sometimes you find, especially with stingrays and stuff, if you're trying to catch them, a smaller net is a lot easier to catch them with. A bigger net, they sort of get all tangled up and it's really stressful for them. But I will go through the information again after we've took these fish out and put those ones in, all about the details I spoke about earlier, about making your own video, about unboxing the stuff. So we'll go through that again later on. No matter how many times I've done this, I always get stuff in my mouth. It must build up the immune system. Now, about 10-15 minutes ago, I got home from work and I was like, oh my god, I need to clean this tank, because obviously we're filming it. Some of you may think my tanks are like pristine all the time. They're not. This tank had algae all over glass a minute ago, and I've just basically cleaned it for this video. You know, if you've got algae on your glass and stuff like that, honestly, don't worry about it. Everyone does, you know. All tanks aren't perfect, you know, unless you're sitting at home all day and you're going around cleaning it all. But who the hell has time to do that? Right, this is the fun bit. Let's try and get the big bass out first, without him jumping on the floor like that arowana the other day. Right, that is the small one. And he's got the light wet on the sensor, which has turned the light off. Right, so I've got the light back on. You can see how much water literally just come off that small bass. Now I've got to try and get this big one out. Right, so that's them 2 out of the tank. That one literally has just thrown water all over my telly here, look, all up the side of the wall and everything, just from one flick of its tail. They're absolutely awesome fish, these guys. Okay, so there's a few ways you can acclimate the fish now. The easiest way you can probably do it is just like this. You know, you can just plonk the bag in the tank, just like that, and that will acclimate the fish really slowly. Or you can pour all of the fish into a bucket, you know, like this bucket I've got down here. But with small fish, this is fine to do. Pour them into the bucket, get yourself a little drip system, like an airline, something like that. Literally let it drip in, 20 minutes or so, you can put the fish straight in the tank. But obviously in the summer, the fish are going to be quite warm, especially in a box like this, you know. So in the winter you may have to wait a little bit longer, because obviously if you've had, like, say, a 2-hour car drive, the fish are obviously going to get a lot colder. So yeah, just keep an eye on that, and obviously bear in mind what time of year it is as well, because obviously it makes a huge difference. But I'm going to leave them in that bag now for, say, 20 minutes or so, and then we can put them straight in the tank. Obviously I pour them into the bucket and net them up. Now, just thinking about it, I've got some medium-sized rays in there. Well, they are pups really. One of them at the back, the black diamond's quite big. I'm thinking they're going to be absolutely fine with the Oscars, but maybe when the Oscars are at night, when they're sort of sleeping at the bottom, the rays may go for them. I think if I keep them well fed, the rate the Oscars grow, I think I'm going to be okay. But obviously I'm going to have to keep a real close eye on it. But with the bass, it would have been game over. Obviously, these guys would have just been eaten alive in seconds. You know, I would put them in here, they would have gone within 10 seconds, they would have been swallowed. So I'm glad I've got these two massive bass out here. Looking at this one now, it's absolutely huge, you know. It wasn't as big as the Temensis when I dropped them off at Jamie's house a couple of years ago, but they are real big fish. Now they're going to go straight in with the blue bass, and hopefully they do fine in there, because he can be an aggressive fish as well. But anyway guys, let's let these sit in here for 20 minutes and chill out for a bit, and then we'll come back to it. So I thought I might as well show you while I'm actually on the camera, while we wait for these fish to acclimate. So like I said earlier, the first way of doing it is literally plonking the bag in the water like this. And obviously the tank water will warm the water here and get your fish used to your water temperature. The other way to do it, this is probably the best way if you've got real small fish, I'm probably going to do this in a sec actually, is to basically get an airline like this, it's nice and small, and just siphon the water in the bucket. As you can hear now, the water is dripping in there nice and slow. And if you want to slow it down, especially with like really fussy fish, like really small stingrays can be fussy when you're getting them used to tank water, you can tie a knot in this to slow the process down. You can even do it over an hour or so. When I first got my really small stingrays, I did that, and I literally left it for an hour in a tub, had no problems whatsoever. But yeah, a few ways of doing it. I can't really think of any other ways of doing it. These are the simplest ways. You haven't got to go out and get anything, you just need a bucket and a little bit of airline, which most fish keepers have anyway. But I'm now going to get the guys out of that bag, pour them into this bucket, and let this drip system do its job. Also, another thing I've noticed, they've been double bagged as well, which is really good. Some shops I have been to in the past still give you a single bag, and on the way home things can go wrong, and it's, well, actually saying that, it's been triple bagged. Look, so you've got one bag there, the other bag there, and there's another bag there. You can see the elastic band, so it's been triple bagged. So that's a massive must, especially if the fish are going to be travelling a long distance or going to be sat in the box for a while. But obviously it's a nightmare to unbox yourself when you get them home, but as long as the fish are alright, it doesn't really matter, does it? So you can see how small these Oscars are. Look how small they are, tiny little things. They're so cute. But obviously, if everyone knows, if anyone's ever kept Oscars before, you know how quick these guys grow. And you can see my drip system now literally just feeding itself into the bucket, which is going to acclimate these fish really slow and nice for them. Now, while that's doing that, we may as well go and have a look at the bass and see how they're getting on with the big blue bass arowana. So guys, this is the tank. The lights ain't on yet because it's not the time for the lights to go on. Don't know why it took me so long to say that. But here's the bass in the 6-foot tank. They still look pretty big in here, to be fair. But this is the blue bass arowana. He can be quite aggressive, so I really need to keep an eye on him. But do you know what? They are at a nice size now where I don't think I've got to worry too much. But there is something in the background I really want to hide from you right now, because I've done a separate video on that, and that is coming out soon. So I really do not want to show you that video just yet. But here's the bass, guys. Absolutely monstrous fish. Now they should have a growth spurt in this tank now in the next few weeks or so. Another good thing with bass as well, if people are struggling to get their arowanas to eat pellets and stuff, I have noticed in the past bass really do kickstart the arowana to eat the pellets, because they are such fast feeders. They come up the top so fast, and the arowana's like, what the hell's going on? Like, what is that? Like, what am I missing out on, basically? And then the arowanas start to eat pellets. So if anyone's finding it really hard to get your arowanas on pellets, just go out and get more fish, basically. Get yourself some bass. So yeah, these guys hopefully should settle in really well with the blue bass arowana. But anyway, I'm going to wait 10 minutes or so now. The Oscar's been acclimated for the last 10 minutes, so 10 minutes we can put them in the 4-foot tank. So everyone, it's been just over 20 minutes now since we started acclimating these fish. The bucket's near enough full, because obviously the drip system's been dripping itself in. But I'm going to grab myself my biggest net now to catch these fish. So I've got this net here. I haven't used this net in ages. Look how small it is. Look, honestly, it's for small fish, and yeah, I haven't got any small fish right now. But I don't know why I put the lid back on it, because obviously I've got to add the fish. So let's put that back down there. But yeah, here we go. But I'm still a little bit worried because the rays are, look how big this ray here, he's quite big. So, but I'm sure they won't go for the Oscars, you know. The Oscars are sort of going to be floating up here somewhere, but it's at night, so I need to keep a real close eye on it. But fingers crossed we'll be okay. But I literally don't have anywhere to put these Oscars right now because all my tanks are full of like predators and stuff. This is probably the safest place for them. Obviously, if the rays start showing interest in the Oscars, I will remove all the rays tonight. They can go with the bass in the arowana tank because they're big enough to go out there. So, but anyway, let's net these Oscars in the tank. So that is one of them there. Check out the colours on these guys. Honestly, they are beautiful fish. I don't want to stress him out. He's actually jumping everywhere. So, but let's get him straight in the tank. Oh wow, they're so cute. So it's just gone over by the wood. Let's get the others in there. Now one of the rays has just gone over and checked one of the Oscars out and just left him alone completely, so that's a good sign. There we go, so that's all 4 Oscars in the tank. Let's let them settle in for, I don't know, say 20 minutes or so, and we'll come back to the tank and see how well they've settled in. But they will probably feed tonight, knowing Oscars and knowing where they've come from as well. But it's really nice to get back into Oscars because I had kept them for like 10 years and I got rid of my 2 big tiger Oscars about 6 months ago, but really did want to get back into them. But there's one just over here and the other 3 over here, so I need to keep a real close eye on these rays now and see what happens. Obviously I'm quite new into keeping the rays as well, so I don't know how well they do with smaller fish, but yeah, if there's any signs of them going for the Oscars, I will be removing all these rays today as well. So everyone, it's been a good couple of hours now. I've had a shower and stuff. I'm trying to get the kids ready for bed right now. But the Oscars are doing fine. As you can see, I removed all of the stingrays because one of them was showing some what's the word for it? Well, basically chasing one of the Oscars round, and yeah, I just didn't like it. And the rays are actually big enough to go out in that tank now because I've moved a few fish around and stuff, so yeah, it's a lot better out here. So I've actually moved 4 rays and 2 bass out of this tank today, so it looks completely empty. My missus goes, is there actually any fish in there? But the Oscars are so small, they're at the back here. But let me show you what they look like. So this is obviously my 4x2x2 tank. It runs a sump. If there's some noise in the background, I'm really sorry. It's my kids running about upstairs. My missus is just about to bath them. But here are the Oscars, man. Check them out. They're absolutely lovely. They're so cute at this size. But we all know us monster fish keepers, Oscars get big fast, and Oscars are normally the fish that gets monster fish keepers into monster fish. It was the first fish I bought as a monster all them years ago, and it just basically spirals from there. But what do you guys think of these fish? I think they're going to look absolutely incredible in the next few months. I can't wait. So they're going to be staying in here for, I don't know, probably a good couple of months or so. We've obviously got to do a few moves around with the tanks and stuff. There's lots to do actually, you know. I've set new tanks up, got to close the tank down behind me. Anyway, I'll stop going on. That is the Oscars in the tank. And let me run you through what I was talking about earlier. So everyone, so that's all the Oscars settled in the 4-foot tank in the house. The bass and the rays are in this tank now. But anyway, I just wanted to run through the competition with all of you guys. So basically the way you got to enter is obviously film yourself with the box that you've got, unboxing it, showing what fish you've got, showing what tanks you got, showing what tank the fish are going into. What I forgot to mention earlier, the people who send a video in, you get a £10 voucher per video. So say you've ordered all your fish, you do your unboxing video, you send it into Sims, you get a £10 voucher. And the best video, which gets the most amount of views on Sims YouTube channel, gets a £100 voucher at Christmas. And I'm going to put on the description below, there's going to be a Dropbox account which you send the video to. So don't send it to their email address, you need to send it to the Dropbox account. So go into my description on the video, it will be at the bottom, click on there, obviously do all your editing stuff, send it over to the Dropbox account, and then their social media expert will put it all together, and they're going to do a wicked YouTube channel, a wicked YouTube video all about who's got new fish, all about your tanks and stuff. And if there are any tanks that sort of pop up and I like the interest in, like the look of, I would like to come and visit your tank as well and see what fish you've got, because obviously you know I've been doing a lot of tank visits these days and shop visits and stuff like that. So guys, I hope that's really clear for you. So get your fish, unbox them, show us what you got, show us your tanks, show us the fish inside the tanks, and then basically video all of that, send it over to the Dropbox, which I'm going to put on in the description below. Once you've done that, you will get a £10 voucher to spend at Sims Tropical Fish, and whoever gets the most views on the video, I don't know how many people are going to enter, but hopefully lots of people are going to enter, because it's really exciting and it's going to be really nice to see how many different tanks we can find out there, because obviously there's so many people out there with tanks, and we don't actually get to see them because they don't take photos of them, they don't put them on social media and stuff. So yeah, it'd be really nice to see. It might uncover some really nice tanks. But anyway guys, that is the video done today. Hope that's nice and clear for you. I'm blown away by them Oscars out there. Obviously they're really small at the moment, but once they grow, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Sorry I've got the camera sort of set like this. I don't want to show this over here at the moment because I filmed a separate video. But thanks for watching guys. Like and subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell, and keep it real.